All right, it's 12:30 on the East Coast, but we can cover this in 10 minutes, and I'm going to do it right now. 10-minute clock has started. This is Top 10 Comics in 10 minutes. We're going to start off with our big ticket items, and this week we are hitting up Fantastic Four, number 48, one of my favorites. 9.0 for Silver Surfer, Coming of Galactus. It sold for $16,500, $16,500, which is a significant little increase over the $15,000 that it's been selling for just earlier this month. Before this month, it was more like 12, but it is hitting 16 grand, which in the big scheme of things in this grade is an all-time high.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So for a 9.0 of this book, I'm just so glad I got one of these before it started hitting these crazy heights. I don't have a 9.0. I have a 2.5 or 3.5 or some low grade shits, but
sweet cover, sweet
good
book.
enough for me.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's
and an all-time high. That's a rarity nowadays these last couple of months. So.
There's more. We do have some other interesting highs to hit, like this one. This is a CBCS Fantastic Four number 5. I know Marco loves Doom.
I like this cover.
Yes. This hit an all-time high this week, selling for $5,500 plus. When you compare it to the CGC sales, only about $4,500 on this book previous to that. So CBCS taking it up a notch on a 1.5. Granted, very low grade, but a book like this, you take what you can get.
CGC might be 62 now at this point. Sell those 1.5s, boys. All right.
You made a joke about our next book, our Star Wars 26, where despite all of the warnings, all the explanations we've given you about this book, people are still buying this goddamn thing. There's 70 plus sales, all in that like $10 to $18 kind of range. Not big money, but there was no reason to be buying this book.
It's because Luke's lightsaber looks like a vagina.
Star Wars.
The B and C covers, though, did you see the prices on those? Those really fell off.
Yeah, they're nothing. That's the other weird thing. It's only
like it doesn't like if you're buying it for the 8 first appearances, why the fuck would you be buying the B cover?
You're buying it for the variants. It makes no sense.
I bought it just because Luke's lightsaber hilt looks like a vagina.
You said that twice already.
I know.
Say it again. Maybe it'll be true.
God damn, now that I look at it,
it does look like a vagina.
It's lightsaber.
I can't unsee it now. Oh, it wouldn't let me do it. Right. There we go. See it?
Oh, okay.
I see the folds.
Go ahead. So anyway, that's why people are buying it, Matt.
That's why people are buying it.
Exactly why people are buying it.
They've given up on the 11th first appearances and all the deaths and whatnot.
I'm gonna list mine right now, and it's gonna say vagina variant.
Hey, let's talk nonsense. Let's all go out and, since we did a whole thing on indie books and overspecking, overhyping on indie books, let's all go buy Trespasser number 1 from Alterna Comics, because I'm assuming it probably got options. So let's all spend $150, $100 on this stupid ass $1.50 comic.
If you buy this shit, like
this is a price bump from last week where you can get it for $5, $8, $12. All of a sudden, whatever. I don't even know what their news is, but does it matter? Even if they're making I
don't know, like
Tom Cruise.
Listen, the Star Wars book, like after eBay taxes, you're making 36 cents. At least this one, you'll make $100 after tax.
Why are people paying $100? Is my point.
Look, man, if they're gonna pay $100 for it, I'm selling that shit.
Absolutely. If you have it, sell it as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't worth it for the Star Wars book, but for this one, it's worth selling. Go.
Absolutely sell this thing. I just have no idea why people are buying it. Jumping off of that, I guess with the Hulk talk that we've talked about, World War Hulk and all those things, this Planet Hulk, first appearance of Scar, is moving again. $70, $60. It's got a little bit of a bump over, a week or two ago. It was more in a $35, $40 range. So it's not a huge bump, but it's just reawakened. So going up from 35 up to like 70 or 60, it's a decent little increase.
The option of 4-issue comic. Yeah, I mean, who fuck knows?
And SheHulk, I guess a lot of people might complain about SheHulk. I'm still enjoying it. I kind of like it. It's not the greatest show ever, but yeah, it's all right. But I guess people can't afford Savage She-Hulk #1 anymore, so they're all focusing in on buying Sensational She-Hulk #1 now.
Because there's a lot of fourth wall breaking in this.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's not prices hasn't increased. It's been the same for a few months now, in that like $20 to kind of $35, $40 kind of range, depending on condition. But it's just, again, you can see 60+ sales. It's just the book is just moving.
I don't know if people aren't liking She-Hulk. Everybody I've talked to is
I like She-Hulk a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I've liked it.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm liking it more than Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
people.
I don't know if I like it more than Miss Marvel, but it's close.
We'll see where. Well, we'll see where it goes on the next one. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're only 2 episodes in. The second episode I felt was too short. I was like, oh, I felt shortchanged.
I agree. It was short. Yes.
But well, since we saw the toy, I guess, advertisement showing we're going to get Ben Reilly, everybody wants Ben Reilly all of a sudden, because I guess he's the greatest Spider-Man ever. Even if he shows up in an animated movie for all of 30 seconds.
You ain't lying when you call him the best Spider-Man. Ben Reilly's the best Spider-Man of all Spider-Man. So
I don't know about all that.
It's the truth. Look it up.
Again, about 50 sales. Price isn't really up. This has been selling in this kind of range for a while now, but anywhere in the like 50 to over $100, depending on condition. There's outliers above and below. Multiple copies sold, lots, all flavors, but it's just selling.
Best Spider-Man of all time.
I can't agree with that.
True story.
Peter Parker every day.
No, it isn't.
This Frank Miller ash can that was given away to shops. Again, this was like 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't here last week, so I didn't get to talk about this then. So I put it on here now. This thing, which was priced for $1, but I know shops were selling it for more. I have a friend who has a shop who sold it for significantly more than $1. You can see now this is like $7. It's $10. But I feel bad for those people 2 weeks ago who were paying $40 to $50.
Oh shit!
This is where this was at, and that's why I said my friend who has a shop, he put copies online and said I sold it for $50. I'm like, really? He said, yep. Why? I don't know. I don't know either. But it happened.
Okay.
So this is why you don't get FOMO. You buy something 2 weeks ago for $50, now it's worth $7.50.
All right.
Anyway, this was last week's 1 in 25 for Detective Comics, which apparently has a lot of support these days. People are saying it's a good read. New creative team and all. I actually just bought copies so I can read it. I'm going to check this out.
Where's Corbin when you need him? Is he finished?
Yeah, I know. We need Corbin.
All right.
But this is a 1 in 25. This, again, came out last week. It's selling now for like $65, $70 consistently for a 1 in 25, where even last week when it came out, it was 40. It was still over ratio. 40, 45, but it's gone up, which is not something that normally happens with these.
I don't know. These DC 1 in 25s kind of have. They've been kind of settling around between that, $75 and $110 range.
But only certain ones, and this seems to be like the one for last week. And then this week, Matt had mentioned it and said Thunderbolts. Well, here we go. We're gonna have to keep an eye on our Thunderbolts this week because we have the 1 in 25, and I don't think there's a lot of store variants. There might be a couple, but the 1 in 25 right now is already selling for 40, 45. So let's see if it follows the same track as that Batman book and it's a $70 book next week, or if it falls back down below ratio and is in a $20 to $25 book next week. Time will tell.
I'm all for Thunderbolts doing well.
Time will tell. But there we go. I still have a minute to spare. We did that in 9 minutes. There is no overtime this week.
Nice.
We have completed top.
Matt, what do you think of Thunderbolts? You loving the new Thunderbolts?
I enjoyed the first issue. Again, I think it's more of that Marvel getting they announced the Thunderbolts movies coming, so they're gonna try and get it out in front of you any way possible. So
very interesting theory. Very interesting theory I heard today. Very interesting theory. Somebody had asked me a question in She-Hulk, did She-Hulk reveal who the Thunderbolts will be?